Tuesday, futures are already near sell zone. There's red zone here, so you got to be a bit careful here. S&P 500 here still can pump a bit here around 15 and 56, and Bitcoin is looks like it's in the neutral zone. So you can see came pump from this buy zone green area here yesterday, and then went to sell zone more than 2% pump, and then dump from pump to neutral zone. So let's see, we'll be looking to buy again in this green zone. Let's review levels and daily chart. Please hit the like button, guys. As I'm going through this, only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. So this is point of control chart of S&P 500. You can see here we came near 59.95 and then dumped, and now we made a base here around 59.23. So one thing to note, I'm really worried about this gap here. It's very rare to see a gap on futures, so we have a big gap around 56.84. So if I show you, it's even visible on weekly chart. Let's see. If we go to weekly, you can see a gap on weekly, which is very rare. You can see SPX. You don't see weekly gaps very often. Like this was also not a gap. Like it's very hard for me to, okay, here, this was a gap down. And then eventually it took from 2020 to more than a year to fill this gap. All right. So where I'm going, I don't know if I can find more gaps, but where I'm going is this gap will be filled at some point, 100%. Now, are we going higher first and then coming back lower, or are we going to go fill that gap first? Right now, that I don't know. So if I go to daily chart, I wanted to show you. Um, sorry, there are a lot of circles here. But what I'm trying to tell you is there's a gap around here on daily 58.22. Second gap here, a big gap here around, which will be filled around 56.73. So most likely chances are they will be filled this year. And there's also a top gap here as well. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna go fill this top gap first, which is from where we closed yesterday, upside of about 3.46%, or are we going lower first? Downside first gap 1.84, second gap is almost 4.5%. So we are kind of in the middle. I don't know which way it's gonna go. Do you want to go long here to fill this gap, or you want to wait and buy back again near these gaps? It's choice is up to you. And you can see time and time again, whenever we have a V-shaped recovery, you can see this was another recovery. We don't just go straight up. We have bounce, low, higher highs, higher lows, and that's how we go. That's how we develop a trend. Okay. Here as well, you can see. Let's try to find another scenario here. You can see dump, and then a little bit of downwards move, lower, higher high, higher lows, and that's how we made a trend here. You can see here we had a recovery, down dump, and this was in 2019 V-shaped recovery, came very close to where we are right now, and then we had a little bit of correction. All right, and then we had a bigger pullback. So we do need these kinds of corrections to go higher. All right, and even if we, like, you can see this was March, this was June, so we could come back to same level in June. So market is not running away, just be patient. All right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you compare with that, I think it's good to have a pullback now instead of coming back later in later stage of the year to get that bigger pullback, because this gap will definitely be filled. So be patient. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Wait for right entries, and there's a lot of time, right? You don't want to be buying now and later on regretting all these choices. Okay, so that's what I was trying to show you on SPY. The gaps are here around 581 and then 561. There's also a bigger gap here, but I think this would be an ideal area to buy. This is a live market here. I'm not able to close above this previous high, so finding some resistance here. If I go to 1 hour chart, see what's happening right now here. You can see we made a new high here on some divergence. What divergence means? You can see, I can draw an arrow, RSI making lower high, PPO making lower high. All right. So we made a new high in the price. And here, little bit of divergence at the bottom side, but it's not easy for futures to like just jump. This previous high here is some resistance. You can see here, so it's struggling to go above that. This is Nasdaq futures, similar story. In front of massive resistance here, you can see here, massive resistance here, previous high. So let's see if it breaks out. And also divergence, same story here, lower high on RSI and PPO. Sorry. In terms of daily chart, you can see even Nasdaq futures. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. I'm getting a 7 count sell signal on Nasdaq. Okay, be very, very careful here because last time we got 7 count sell signal. You can see a drop down from top to bottom of that drop down was 27%. Here I got 7 count sell signal, and from the top to the bottom 15% drop down. Okay, so it doesn't, you can see, keep this in mind, we don't sell off right away. It could take a couple of weeks later to sell off. You can see here, same thing. It took almost a month later for sell off to happen. Here was not much. Here was just a little bit of blip. Here also was not much. Here was a big sell off. Here was again a little bit of blip and came back later. But it's time to be careful. This is what it's saying. It's not always perfect, but it's telling you be a bit careful. And sorry, and we are getting similar 7 count sell signal on major tech stocks like Tesla. You can see here, NVDA. You can see here NVDA getting 7 count sell signal as well. I don't know about AVGO. AVGO also earnings very soon. This is also getting, so maybe the sell-off will start with AVGO earnings. Who knows? So just keep that in mind. All right. Bitcoin, same thing here. Bitcoin is also getting 7 count sell signal, as we are saying. Last time we got 7 counts, it went higher and then came back later. Here we got sell off after 7 counts. Here it was just flat. Here we had a little pullback. So just time to be a bit careful here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Market is not going anywhere. Just save your hard-earned money and wait for the right time to buy. You don't want to be buying near all-time high. Why you want to be buying at near all-time high? Wait for a pullback and then buy again later. All right. Going back to triple Qs, you can see gaps are here, 509 and then 489. And I'll be looking to buy somewhere here, which is after a pullback of around 6.5%. All right. I don't know when it will happen, but I know it will eventually happen. Google, for some reason, is selling off. Just saw right now. Must be some news. Not sure what's going on here. But Google is below previous low. So again, this is the thing. You always have opportunity in the market. You can see stocks which are always there to buy. All right. Moving on. What else is interesting? Bond market might be interesting. You can see, let's go to weekly chart on bond market. Near a nice support here. So you can see making equal lows with some divergence. So looks like it could be good for a long-term buy. We'll keep an eye on this. Oil in front of massive resistance. Let's see if it can break out or not. Natural gas just consolidating. Gold had a nice breakout yesterday. Huge candle and a pullback is okay. It's going to be met by buying pressure. Now change in trend, higher highs, higher lows again. Silver also had a nice breakout, consolidated and boom. Again, now near all-time high in front of resistance. Dollar, again, very weak. It really needs to close above this yellow line to be bullish again. AMD had a nice breakout, 3% up. Not sure why, but it is what it is. And MicroStrategy also near support. UNH is getting a 7 counts buy signal here, 8 counts buy signal this week. So long-term wise, you can see 7 counts here, boom rally. Here we had 7878. So stock like these could be good to buy for a long-term hold, UNH, in my opinion. So keep an eye on this. See, I'm going to move this to the top because I might get into UNH at some point. We'll see. Here. What else is here interesting? CNQ had a nice rally. just consolidating, multiple gaps to fill to the top side. We'll see. Actually, I did not cover Bitcoin daily, so you can see Bitcoin. So this is weekly. Bitcoin weekly daily is getting rejected in front of 20 moving average, but still near support. Let's see if it can hold this support. Ethereum also not able to close above this blue line. Now Bitcoin, if it gets a pullback, look to buy around 97K and then 92K. And lastly, VIX is just consolidating. Let's see if it get a bounce. 7-8 counts signal got a bounce already. Now still not able to close below 14, so that's a bit concerning because it's just consolidating and it could be getting ready for a massive bounce. So just be a bit careful here overall. Okay guys, that's it for today. And if you want to know more about these levels, buy and sell zones, subscribe to my channel, link in the description of this video. Click the join button, let me know your user ID, comment on the video, and I'll move you to a special member section where I share stocks I buy, and you'll be very profitable. All right, that's it for today. Have a good one.